Virgo, this is a complicated week. Mercury is making a huge change, and I think all the energy surrounding it is rather disruptive and relentless, but that could impact how you take on challenges as well. Virgo, this is your week ahead tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. My name is Michelle. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and let's get right into it. This is for Virgo sun, moon, and rising sign. It is your reading. It's an energy reading, so please take it where it resonates in your life. If you're looking for a deep dive into the astrology, I have a second YouTube channel, Astrology Motivation, and please go check that video out because it is very detailed and specific. We're going to get into all the ins and outs over here. I'm looking at these cards, and listen, it's interesting that this is happening since there's so many challenges, especially for a specific group of you. You're challenging authority. You know, this isn't normally something that you do, but there is a disruptive nature to your character this week because Mercury is just entering Aries, and a specific group of Virgos, which I'll talk about later, is square to Mars. There's a combativeness to you, and I don't think you're willing to take any more BS. I think there's a natural essence to your character that is like disobedience, and maybe civil disobedience, but it is very disobedient. There is also a sense of you've gone along with this for so long that you don't want to anymore. You're tired of it. And because it may have been built up for a while, there is a sort of explosiveness about your character. You want to disobey. You don't want to comply anymore. And I mean, this is just what's coming out. You let me know in the comments below what is impacting you. You could also feel that people are reacting toward you this way. You could feel like more people are rebelling, or more people for some reason are just being oppositional toward you. A sense of, why aren't you listening to me? But let me ask you, when you say, why aren't you listening to me, do you mean, why aren't you listening, or do you mean, why aren't you obeying? Because there's a big difference between listening to somebody and obeying somebody. And if what you want, or if what this person wants of you is obedience, then that's what they need to say. They can't pretend or hide it behind, I just want you to listen to me. Because usually when people say, I want you to listen to me, they don't mean I want you to listen. Because when you listen to understand. They really want obedience. And that doesn't take understanding at all. It just takes blind, do what I'm told. And that is not what you're tolerating this week. And that is not what is going down easily with you this week. We have something happening in the house or home. So ultimately, this could be rebellion in the home, opposition between a parental figure, especially for those of you who were born at the very beginning of Virgo season. Your natal suns are in direct opposition to Saturn for this next year. So yeah, there could be disobedience, civil disobedience within the house. With an authority figure, with somebody who, supposedly is supposed to be respected, maybe even a boss. There is a sense of, there's just a sense of going against them, or wanting to, feeling the need to rebel, especially if you've been too restricted or constrained, or you feeling that somebody is going against you. So there is an oppositional energy in your home, especially in your home life this week, or just a sense of, I want to rebel and go against my family's wishes, or what my family expected of me. So if something has been churning in your gut with regards to doing something outside of what you were raised to believe is correct, it's going to come out this week. Yes, 100%. Let's start with tarot. This is Saturn. This is the devil. You're dealing with a Capricorn. You're dealing with Saturnian energy. This could be trying to get out of a contract, right? Yeah. You want a new start. You want a new beginning. This could be a myriad of different things. Let me finish shuffling the cards to get into the focus, Virgo. So this is definitely a sense of rising up, a rise up. A rebellion of sorts. This is especially for those of you who are middle of the season, Virgos, your natal suns are trine to Uranus. So there is a rebellious nature here, a sense of I want to burn down the traditions or the old ways of doing things, a sense of wanting to get out of contracts, because this is also fear. So it's not just about rebellion randomly. It's like, I don't want to be afraid anymore. I don't want to feel like I have to stay behind or be held back anymore. And so I am going to do things differently, brand new. And this new moon that's happening on March 21st is going to be a perfect opportunity for you to do that, to start something new that goes against everything you're afraid, because it's about confronting your fears. You're starting it new. You're rebelling against fear, and that is probably the most courageous thing you could possibly do. This also speaks to you maybe trying to get out of contracts, right? A sense of, I don't want to do this anymore. No, I'm burning it. I'm done, right? So that, let's go into what that could mean. That could mean divorce. You know, because the devil speaks to long-term commitments or things that you feel chained to. Teachings from your parents. No, burning it down. Any kind of maybe religion that you grew up in, a sense of I don't believe in that anymore. A feeling of suddenly I'm just going against whatever was normal and considered the right thing to do. I'm feeling trapped by it. So I am starting something completely different and completely new. If you had sort of an impending issue going on in your life, this would be when you burn the bridges. This would be when you say, yeah, I'm ready to be done and I'm ready to be out of this. This is Hierophant, so it could have something to do with your home. We've got the house here. Could have something to do with your marriage or your religion. I think this is going against tradition. A sense of starting new traditions. It doesn't have to be horrible or bad. It could be a decision to start a new tradition, especially with regards to your family. And then we have looking toward the future, knowing that this will work out better in the future, knowing that this is a good investment for the future, or it's based on like an education, a way that you want to teach your children, something that you want to teach your children, or something that you always wanted to try as a child. There is a sense of now you have an opportunity to do so, and you want to take that opportunity because you know it's the right moment. Let's get a moon card. Something way in the future, something coming. It could also be a timeline, so let's get into that. Oh, okay. A time for healing. So like I said, on this new moon, there is a sense of healing. And the overwhelming relief that I got when this card came out was, I'm not who they made me. I am not obligated to be what they expect of me. This could be physical healing since Mercury is going into Aries, a sense of I am finally feeling better, and so now I can take action on the things that I was trapped in when somebody was taking advantage of my vulnerability, right? A sense of I am finally feeling my vitality and my strength coming back around this new moon, so I'm going to take this new chance, or I'm becoming new, a new person. This is what came out in the future. The answers you need are coming. It's about communication, information, dissemination of information, learning, and education. So it's almost like I feel like you're challenging something that you have traditionally believed, and what you may be starting is education or classes based on I'm curious. I'm challenging that notion, and it's going to become more and more clear to you. It's saying you are going to earn this degree or this education that is going to answer your questions with regards to why you didn't feel something was right or why you wanted to go against something. This is a great time to start researching and looking up that information, Virgo, and use your really bright mind to get to the bottom of things, because honestly, you will, and it will change you. It will change how you live. It will change how you think of the world and maybe even your world views. So there's that kind of thing. Let's get into these details. So why do we have the house here? Remember, there's always an extended reading that I hope you'll join me for. I will attach the link above so you can boop right on it at the end of this reading and then get right to it. It's also going to be at the top of the description box, or I'll pin it to the top of the comment section. For those of you who are watching this on television, God bless for watching my big old face on TV, but to be honest with you, you won't be able to have any of those links. You won't have access to them. So please do have your mobile phone ready, your laptop ready, or your desktop ready so you can get right to the extended reading. We have a 10 of Pentacles that came out. This is about a new home, or this is about your new home or your new family, or a huge investment that you're making. Education is its own new investment, so it could be making the decision for a specific kind of education that is more costly or expensive, but you know that this is going to help out in the future. It's going to help enlighten your brain and teach the education that you want. So there is a sense of maybe deciding to send somebody to private school or considering college. You're just starting out, you're choosing this. This is a great time. This is a great time to start those new classes, get into that master's program, go for that doctorate degree, look up private education for your children. This is actually a great time to do that, because it's about, for you guys specifically, rebelling and not accepting what traditionally was easy. You don't want that, because ooh, did you just hear that thunder? Oh, that's beautiful. You don't want that. I just saw 11:11. There's just sort of an awakening in your mind, and you're ready to move on. You may be getting some assistance or help from family. This is the Cancer. The Chariot has come. You may be driving someplace, driving somebody to school or driving home, something. But I think mostly it's about making progress, and it's also about moving your family forward. And this also came out in the home. So it's basically saying, Virgo, you're about to move your whole family forward. You might be moving them out of the dark ages, depending on how stuck in the mindset they were. But this is definitely progress, maybe progress for the whole family, movement, progress for you, but it's definitely taking steps forward that will reflect and maybe liberate a lot of your family members. Virgo, let's see what's happening in the future. Page of Swords. You're about to send out a message. It might begin with a text message. It might begin with an email, maybe an inquiry, but it's definitely the time this week to send that out. So do it. Don't even hesitate. And leave your experiences below, because I would love to know. We have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, you have to take the action yourself. Four of Cups, even if you have been hesitant. So you have actually been considering this. It's something that you just haven't been able to make a decision to do. But ultimately, this is the time, and it's saying you must do it. It's not going to come to you. You're the one that's going to have confidence enough in your actions, and you will, because Mercury is conjunct the Sun all week, and it's been conjunct the Sun for a while. So that courage and that vitality is definitely inside of you to go and talk and say something. At very least, ask the questions, because ultimately you have been thinking about this, and you can't make up your mind, or you have to make up your mind. And it's like this week is when you're ready to make up your mind, because you have been thinking about it for a while. Or there is communications that are coming into you about an opportunity that you did take action on, but you hadn't gotten an answer for. Maybe you applied to something. Maybe it's 4 weeks ago at this point. You're going to hear from them now. But the through line there is that you did take action on it. This would not be something that just plops in your lap. If that was the reading, I would tell you it's not. At some point, you took action on this, and maybe finally there's a message or a response or information coming back to let you know either what's been decided or what the next steps are. You, if you haven't heard from them, you have to initially reach out to them. Don't wait. Don't be hesitant. You won't, because there's so much heat and fire in you now. So you will definitely be okay with taking action on this to get the answers that you need. Those are two scenarios. We have Four of Wands, something to do with your marriage, or something to do with a party or a celebration, or something to do with a place that you really want to be and people that you really want to be around. It's like the Empress is here. The Empress is usually an air sign who is an older female. She's usually a counselor. She's very reliable. She's clear-minded. She's got clear head. She can get anything done with her intellect because she doesn't let emotions get in her way. And upright, she's very, very loyal. Now, this is also you, because you are ruled by Mercury. So it could represent you. and you making a decision about who you want to be around, the group of people you want to be around, who you want to participate with, or where you want to be. So this indicates there's some big decision that actually makes you happy or helps you align with your happiness. Let's go to the extended, guys. I will see you there.